Another large major buyout that we'd forecasted in this show, this time state-owned oil giant Saudi Aramco has raised a record $25.6 billion in its initial public offering in Riyadh. And the share sale was the biggest ever, surpassing that of China's Alibaba, which had raised $25 billion in 2014. Now, Aramco relied on domestic and regional investors to sell a 1.5% stake after lukewarm interest from abroad. Yes, no one's buying from Aramco is why. Why? Because they're clowns. And the IPO will value it at $1.7 trillion when trading begins, which is short of its $2 trillion target, but making it the most valuable listed company in the world. Now, the share sale is at the heart of the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's plans to allegedly modernise this Saudi economy and wean it off its dependence on oil. And the country urgently needs tens of billions of dollars to fund mega projects and develop new industries, it is said. And Aramco has found the journey to its public offering testing. Now, initially sought to raise $100 billion on two separate exchanges, with a first listing on the kingdom's Tadawul Bourse, and then another on an overseas exchange such as the London Stock Exchange. But it had to scale back its plans after foreign investors raised concerns about climate change, political risk, and a lack of corporate transparency. Well, I never. The Pentagon on Friday took the steps to vehemently push back on reports that the United States may send 14,000 more troops to the Middle East to confront allegedly a growing Iranian threat. Ooh. But it also did not deny that a force increase is forthcoming. That whole thing was clowns pushing and showing their stupidity again. Hello, Mr. Pompeo again. Yes, you. TikTok. 3 men were charged by US prosecutors. Oh dear, it's all about getting around the system, remember. With helping to run a $722 million cryptocurrency fraud. Well, I never. That was stated to be that amounted to a high-tech Ponzi scheme. Hello? I've only been telling you that for numbers of years. So that was, what was it, 400 million a couple of shows back, and another 722 million this month, plus the billions that were looted out of the alleged dead guy's computer, and nobody had the codes. So from 2014 until this month, the men operated Bit Club Network, which solicited money from investors in exchange for shares. So now it's shares in Fresh Air tokens, so they didn't even get Fresh Air tokens, in purported cryptocurrency mining pools, and rewarded them for recruiting new investors, according to prosecutors. I would suggest anyone who's in Bitcoin currently needs to get out very, very quickly. You will get implicated. And Matthew Brent Gosher, Jobadiah Sinclair Weeks, and Joseph Frank Abel were arrested on Tuesday and charged with conspiracy, and the US Attorney Craig Carpenento in New Jersey said there were 2 more defendants whose names were not disclosed and remain at large. You know, I'm sorry that people lost their money on this scam within a scam, because that's essentially what it is. The whole thing was a scam, and then you had a scam within a scam. But people really need to be more savvy with what they do with their money. You know, buying fresh air tokens is the most ridiculous concept ever. And all it's there for is to set it up to steal your money. I don't care who you are or how you may trust certain Bitcoin developers or salespeople. You're being wrapped into a scam. I guess that's what they meant by getting around the system. It's not getting around the system. It was created by the same people who looted the last system, the NSA and the CIA, all covered in clowns in panic. $722 million. Imagine what you can do with that. Improve people's lives, and yet people go and buy fresh air tokens.